Welcome to the Coding Challenge event. This event is The Hidden Message, a coding challenge for programmers. As you awake, your eyes are a blur, and it takes a moment to adjust. Surrounding you are 6 letters. Each is said to contain a hidden message that brings you one step closer to accessing greater knowledge. Work with the data provided in the API payload, which will include a cipher key and ciphertext. Apply the instructions to decipher each message. This challenge event will begin soon. The Morse Code Challenge is open and available to you now. The rest will be unlocked as the event begins. As a program participant, review each challenge's information and use the provided APIs to participate. As an example, if we take the first API query here, you're going to find a simple payload providing a cipher key and a ciphertext. You'll work through the ciphertext referencing the key to decipher the Morse code message. Once your code is working and you feel satisfied, you'll use the second API to provide your answer. Continue working with your code until the answers correct turns true. As a program host, and likely the audience watching through the program host shared screen, you'll periodically be updated with progress through the program. This includes the Morse Code Challenge. Program participants can use this initial challenge to practice and prepare ahead of your event. When you're ready, turn on the appropriate challenges for your event. Since this is a first event, we're going to turn on easy challenges. The challenge has begun, and Morse code is not required to continue. On the participant's experience, as the event opens up, the first challenge is made available to the program participants. The other challenges remain locked until this participant successfully completes each in order. Just as before, we'll query that first API endpoint provided in each section to find our cipher key and ciphertext to complete the puzzle. When you think you have the answer right, simply provide it on this second API endpoint provided until you've successfully completed the puzzle. Progress into the next puzzle is noted, and we're able to see. As additional participants join the program, they will join the board. As a participant completes a given cipher, the next cipher being made available to them, they will continue to work until they believe they have satisfied the puzzle and continue. Once time has expired, if you find multiple participants have completed the same number of puzzles, consider engaging the second data set and having those participants work through the second data API provided for the final puzzle each was able to gain. These second data sets will frequently include small changes or additional application of the cipher's logic that wasn't included in the initial data set. Generally, this will break the code that has been written so far by each participant, and you would simply provide a few moments for the first one to correct for this and provide the final answer of the message that's been decoded. How much will this cost? Most of our puzzles run about the same price to a catered meal or some other component that often fits nicely into a quarterly, semi-annual, or annual event structure. How much of my developer's time should I plan for each engineer to spend? Because you get to choose to turn on easy, medium, and hard variations as well as second data sets, there are clearly a lot of different ways you could choose to run your events or share these materials with your groups, communities, or peers. One example that's popular is a 1.5 to 2 hour event to allow engineers to move through easy and medium challenges, leaving the hard challenges turned off. After 1.5 hours or 2 hours, you would likely find many participants have each completed the same number of puzzles. So turn on the second data sets and provide them 15 to 30 minutes to find who can first satisfy what changes have come up that they'll need to cope with in deciphering the second message. This provides an opportunity to run that event multiple times, allowing other participants that were unable to attend for different reasons or by design the first events. After running a series of the easy and medium challenge events, you can invite the winners or top several participants from each of those to a final battle where you enable the hard challenges and perhaps initially open the second data set so that they would be in a race to complete the hardest final challenge. In this scenario, you'll probably want to plan at minimum a 3 to 4 hour portion of time for participants. Each of our events is designed to be run in about 1.5 hours to 2 hours for the challenge itself. By providing a little time before and after each event, the participants have a unique opportunity to geek out with one another about how much fun they just had, perhaps share some food, bring in other members of the organization, and allow them to interact with those engineers as they help capture the voice of the community and build momentum for the future. How many events can I run? You'll have roughly 12 months access to the program and the event or events that you have purchased, with small variation between online and offline editions. What materials will I be provided? Our Event in a Box is designed to give you a sense of the types of communications you might make in advance, the run of the day, to ensure smooth operation during your event, as well as follow-on celebration, communication, and things you might do in the following 30 to 45 days, should it be a good fit for your pattern and organization. Having said that, the program can also be run in a number of other ways. For instance, you might simply make them available to your engineering community. Tell them they have 12 months access, and to feel free to tackle one puzzle a month, in that case, turning all of them on, and letting the system guide each person or small team through the hidden messages one puzzle at a time. Truly, the ways you wish to deploy these materials within your situation are as numerous as a bag of Skittles. Should we use the online or offline editions? For most of our customers, the online edition offers the most benefits. You may get started immediately, and we host everything required to run your event multiple times. You'll also be provided with offline instructions to really put the event in a box and make sure you're comfortable and understand how the run of the day will go and the advice we provide before and after each event. If, on the other hand, your organization prefers an offline or in-house deployed mode, those can be provided to you. Most commonly in this scenario, we provide packaged zip files that contain no executable code, simply where we've taken the API endpoint data and turned it into flat files that each engineer can simply read from their local machines, allowing them to work completely offline and requiring no in-depth security scanning or internal efforts of deployment. What will the day of be like? Through our applications and/or the instructions you'll receive in offline mode, you'll have everything you need to welcome the room, open them to the idea and instructions of the day, execute your 1.5 or 2 hour block should that be the format you've chosen, without a single hitch. These are successful events that have already been run, and the hardships worked out of them. How will my developer community benefit? This is a really good one. The coding challenge is about having fun. It's about returning to some of the initial energy away from the stress and deadlines to simply go back to what's so fun about software development. Many report it felt like an escape room, a series of puzzles and activities that let me really have fun with my core skills. This is not at all meant to provide an assessment of anyone's abilities, and the data is not positioned in such a way that these types of quality or performance metrics would be highlighted. You can use any programming language, and the code you write will stay local to your machine and not even be up for evaluation. It is about community and fun above all else. How will my organization benefit? We've found that when the organization invites its internal developer constituents to have fun in such a way, participate, and play along with something like the coding challenge, it provides you an immediate positive signal as to which engineers within your community that are amenable to providing a voice within your organization. These events are often used to accent, highlight, promote, or birth communities of practice and other celebration and continuous improvement types of energy within your organization to enhance, uplift, or seed a positive culture. Included in the materials are an outline of how to run an event 30 to 45 days later as an unconference event format, making it possible for the voice of this community to come together, find one another, and begin to help tackle those things that are hardest or keep us all from greater success. Why wouldn't we just make up our own event? Oh my gosh, please, yes. Often we find people have done this, and we may substitute in as a bit of creativity after you start to run low on your own materials and ideas. We've also been designed to facilitate this event flow and the encouragement of your community in a way that a lot of the online provided materials do not. Finally, we're not for everyone, but if you would like an event that's already planned and has already been run with success, designed in the ways we've been discussing, we're for you. If, on the other hand, subscribing to one of these amazing other options where you're provided 70,000 different engineering puzzles to choose from and build your own day's event, we would highly encourage that type of creativity and energy to be spent within the organization. Should you ever find that you need something quickly, or you'd simply like a partner to join you in your effort and energy to deliver these fun events, we're here, and we've got 10 years worth of event material, should you be interested. Until next time, thank you so much. Cheers. Bye.